come on, baby, let's do it. Alrighty, I'm your man, Bad Chad, and we're on air, and Queen Jolene's on the camera. Just going to recap what we did yesterday. Yesterday we started the running boards, and the reason we're doing the running boards is because they're all smashed up, and they were all fixed up and repaired. The repairs on them were repairs. I don't want to repair them anymore. I could cut pieces out of them and repair them, but don't want to do that. I like making panels. I found that becomes a lot easier, and it does a nicer job when you can just make the piece. You've seen yesterday as I cut the shape of the running board out. Then I made all the pieces for the ends of the fender, back fender, and the front fender. This is what it looks like when it's welded up. I got it right on the edge. I got it all welded along there, all welded along here, and all along welded down the back fender. On this one here, on this side, we like doing this side because we have a little bit more room. I have it bolted on the chassis. If Jolene wants to get down, Jolene, get down. You can see I've got all the bolts put in the, well, I got one missing there, but I've got it bolted up to the side of the chassis where it's supposed to be. Now I've got a nice gap going all the way along, which is basically all the same all the way along. I've got the fender clamped on the back, and I've got the fender clamped on in the front. Right at this basic moment, I am going to drill the holes for the fender, drill the holes for the back fender, and then we'll bolt the running board on, and then we'll continue to make the running board. You can see where I drew the lines when I had the running board on yesterday. When it dropped down, I could see where the holes were, so I just took a black marker and just marked straight ahead where the holes were on the chassis, and I just took them over and used a step drill bit and drilled the holes. Right now is what I'm doing is I have the front fender where I want it. Now I'm going to go underneath and trace the holes that hold on the running board. I'm going to put on a light in case Jolene wants to see, and it would help me too. I'm going to put on a little light here. Put on a little light. You can see up in there. So now I'm just going to come along and trace them holes. That's a hole or a weld spot. So got the running board basically where I want it. Now, this, some people say, well, why didn't you make it all out of one piece and roll the edge? The running board's over 4 feet. I have a brake that's and a roller that's 4 feet. I don't have anything that's over 4 feet. I think we're 50. How many inches are we, sweetheart? 52, something like that? 52 and an eighth, she said. 52 and an eighth. I just forget about the eighths. Anyways, I'm just making it the easiest way possible. This is 14 gauge. I keep reminding people 14 gauge on the running boards. It's very hard to bend. Very hard. Just got this hole to trace here. Try and do the best job I can. I've got one hole in here I have not laughing to myself. So I have the holes on the running board, pieces that come out. This does not fit the greatest right at the present moment. It's out a little bit, and I can trim that back. It's better to have big than too small. On this end, we have a little bit of distance where it's a little shy. I probably could pull that out. Probably could pull that out a little bit with the running board because it's kind of bolted in there. But this one here I can trim back. Also, when I weld that on, I can fill that. That's no problem. This basically, if you want to take a look, if I run it straight down through, this is from here down to there is different from here. I got quite a bit of distance here before I start coming down because the fender has been on the side of the box. The box is made a little bit wider because we have this lip on it. It's outside the chassis. And you can see that this is a little bit wider down here than it is up there. We're going to deal with that when it comes time. I'm going to take out all the bolts right at the present moment. We'll get this running board off. And we'll drill some holes. We'll put it back on. And then what will we do? We'll apply the front piece to finish the running board. Basically. There's one bolt. Take the nut out. Or I can just leave the nut there, I suppose. Won't hurt me. Won't hurt none. I generally end up cleaning the floor with my backside, but it's okay. Jolene blows me off before we go in at nighttime. Jolene's been reading a few comments to me. There's been some nice things said. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for the kind words. We know what kind of people you are when you write kind words. Good people. That's what we know for sure. Thank everybody for coming back. Appreciate it. Everybody's enjoying the build from what I take. There's quite a few bolts in the side of this running board. There is. I guess they did not want it to fall off. And neither do I. Alrighty. All the bolts are out. Now that is 1/8. This is 1/8 thick on this side here. It's a piece of 1 inch by 1/8, so there's lots of meat there. Lots of meat, a lot more than the original. And I'm thinking that the metal of the running board that we're making is a lot more than the original. Well, I know it is. How's that? That makes it easier when you know it is. Alrighty. Running board's off. Did the exact same thing I did to the passenger side. And I did the boo-boo yesterday. When I welded them up, I made 2 running boards the same. As I did that, I just spot welded them on and then I just snipped it off. It was very easy fix, but I did make a mistake and made 2 running boards for the same side. Had to reverse them. So I'm just going to take this bench. I've got some holes that I've traced on the end of the running boards. One there, and there should be 3 down there. Plug the old drill in. I got some grinding to do on this side yet. I've got a few little things I got to do yet, but we're getting closer all the time. We're getting closer all the time. My glasses. I wish I would have drilled that hole in that fender before I put that fender on there, then I would have had the 3rd hole, but you know how that goes. I'm gonna drill this one first, I guess. I've been just drilling it right through, making the hole a little bit bigger, and the reason for adjustment. Adjustment. There's supposed to be another hole there, but I didn't have it cut out on the fender. That's a boo-boo on my part. Just a boo-boo. Almost tore my hand off. Tore my hand off. Not really, but you know what I'm saying. True life story. True life story. Didn't drill that one very good, but I did drill that one very good. Hoping that works. I'm going to take the flapper wheel, knock off the Sharpies on the other side. Alrighty. It's a poor drill, but we'll see what happens. Just put it back on. That's what's going to happen. So all the holes have to be drilled in the driver's side yet. I just got the holes drilled on this side just so we could carry on and get it go a little bit further. There's quite a few holes that have to be drilled, and the bigger that I make them allows for mistakes and movement and all that sort of stuff. Let's put this back on. Nope. I'm going to drill that hole there on the fender. I want to know where that's at. Let's do it this way. Air hooked up, is it? I'm fine for now, I guess. I was just going to put a hole in that for now, but I'm fine for now. Make up your mind, Hiltz. Make up your mind. Alrighty. Let's do it again. Let's put all these on. Don't have to have them all in, I guess. I can just have some of them in. Stop it. Stop it. Let's put the big one in there. It'll fit pretty good. Nut on this one down here. It's nice when you have nice new bolts. They go on nice, just in case you're wrestling with them at all. It's nice that they nut on that for the joy of it. For the joy of it. Alrighty, I'm thinking that's enough for now. Maybe I'll put a nut on that one up there by the front fender. They're lined up pretty good. Nut up front by the up here. So I guess the trick on this one here is to get the roll down on this. Keep reminding you, we're using 14 gauge, and that's the issue, is I'm using 14 gauge for the running board. That's always the thing, you know, when you go to a car show or something, or whatever, someone jumps up on the running board of your car. No! But if they jump up on the running board on this one, it should be fine. Not that I expect anybody should, but it's not, what can I say? For me, it's not the right thing to do is be jumping up on someone's car. Basically, I always say, show a little respect. Don't touch somebody's car. I try not to touch anybody's car at any time if I can help it. I learned that lesson. You'll never guess. By touching somebody's car and something happening to it. I was in looking at a looking at a friend's car. Oh, he wasn't a friend. He wasn't a friend at the time, but I was in looking at his car, and what I did is I'm going to put a bolt in that and tighten it up because it has to be there and it has to be right. I was looking at his car, and I didn't ask, and I opened the door, and he did not have the door bolted on. I opened the door up, it fell off. The end of it bent under. It was a '69 Roadrunner, and it wasn't good. I was just a young person, and it wasn't good. It's just I shouldn't have touched it, and I did, and I learned my lesson that do not touch other people's stuff unless you've been allowed or okayed, basically. Just want to tighten this up a bit here, or put a bolt in it so it. Look at that. It's going to work. Want that held up where it should be. That one's going to be held up where it should be. Really need that. Well, tightening it up will just keep it in place better. A little bit anyways. No, want it down some? Come on now, get down. Get down. Everything will come together. Nope, don't want it there either. Got too much gap going there, and loosen that back off again. This stuff all takes time. Doing stuff like this, making things, making it work, making it fit. Like doing the tailgate, I had to take the time. I don't want to get a bolt in there. I got a bolt in there, it's tight, that's holding it. There, that's what's holding it. I got a bolt in the back, it's holding it out. Too tight. That one down some. Now I just want to get this on there the best I can before I start applying anything to it. Where did I put that wrench? Right there it is, right there. Down some. Get down. Alright. I'm happy with that. And the reason being is I can put that piece of metal over top of that and make that. Now, what's going on here? I need to get this down some. Get down! I want that down some. And that bolt's probably holding me up a little bit, maybe. I'm not sure. Just want a better read right there. Okay. I'm gonna take that bolt out. think it's holding me up a little bit. Nope, it's not. Alrighty, we're gonna go with that. Put a bolt in the back. Put one in there. Let's do this. I put a washer on that. That's 1/2 inch. I got a smaller. I need a little washer, and I need a 1/2 inch. Yes, I do own ratchets. It's just I just don't go for them because I got to search for them. Now I can take the C-clamps, bring that together, then I'll tighten it up. Just good to bolt everything in place to make sure that it's fitting right. That's better. That's better. Tight up in there. That's going to have to be dealt with up there without a fender. It's none of my concern right at the present moment. But. And then we got to bolt through there. That's fine. We're going to leave that like that. We've got our gap going along here. We're fine there so far. Everything's going along good there so far. Everything's good. It's bolted up there. I'm a little bit shy there. We got filler there. But it's not far from the metal. The metal's right there. There's the ocean floor. Get a little bit of filler around there. But when I bring my piece on there, I can build that up a little bit to fit that. Alrighty. So this is what I got. So I had that bolted on there before. I just had to drill the ends of the fenders in. I got all the holes fitting now. That hole fits. That hole fits. I got the ones all up in the front fender. They all work. They're all lining up. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Alrighty, this is what I've done. I've taken a piece of and bought a piece of exhaust pipe, a 3-inch piece of exhaust pipe. Wow, it's quite a piece of exhaust pipe. Running something like that, you want to have some horsepower. But that's what I have. I'm going to cut this the length of the running board. Basically, and I'm going to use the exhaust pipe for the round edge of the running board. And I guess I've probably explained it a few times. The reason I'm using the exhaust pipe is because I cannot bend the 14 gauge in the brake. The running board's too long. It's over 4 feet. Haven't got anything to bend it. So I'm using my brain and doing what I have to do to get it done. The 14 gauge is what I had left over. I'm going to use it like I always do. So we're just going to cut this off. And then we're going to cut it in half to get 2 pieces for 2 running boards. So we're not going to use all of the pipe. We're just going to use what's necessary. I'm going to go like that. Just a little bit long would be fine. Long to put it in there, but and I am. And the reason I made it a little bit long is because when I put it in there, if I just, I'm going to try to do the front with that. When I do the front, that's fine. But when I do the back, it's not going to fit exactly where I need it. So I'm going to end up bending the exhaust. I'm going to run it straight all the way along like this. And then I'm going to have a little kick out right there, just like that. Something like what's going on here. So I'm going to have all the way along here, straight, and then it's going to kick out to meet that fender. We're out there a little bit on that fender, and that's okay, because I said so. So, now that I have this pipe, this will be used for something else, obviously. I would never chuck that away, not even close. So I'm going to find a line and cut this. There's a nice line right there I want. Just want to find a good line to cut it by so I can see what's going on. That's not a bad line. This one's better. This one's better. Let's cut her. Let's cut her. It's a hard listen, but I need that cut in half, or I want to cut it in half to use 2 pieces. I do not want to do it with the plasma cutter because I'll be shooting a bunch of sparks inside the exhaust and get stuck in there and then have to beat off the slag in there. I just want a nice straight line for the running board. Just want a nice straight line, that's all. And once I get it cut in half, then I'll have one for each side. One for each side. And I showed you yesterday the pieces that were put in the running board. It was probably hard to tell because it's primed, but Jolene gets up close. You can see all the little tiny pieces that have been put in that in order to fix it. And basically what I'm thinking is I could make a running board quicker. There's one there, there's one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, one there. I can make a running board quicker than to put all them pieces in and cut them. You have to think about it. You have to cut every piece and then put it in. Yeah, I'm going to have to do that again on its other half. I apologize for the noise, but basically I need to get it done, so just want to see if there's a marker behind you. No, right there. got gas. Do you mind if I fart? What? If I fart, does it make you mad? Just want to let you know. I just want to let Jolene know in case she smells something funny, that's all. Jolene looked at me funny. Do you mind if I fart? She's probably thinking, don't you dare. But if you got gas, like they say, it's better out than in. I'm going to have to do this by hand. What I'm going to do is just put my marker on the line, put my hand for adjustment on the side of the exhaust. I'm just going to run her all the way down like nobody's tomorrow. Put her back on there again. It'll be close. I'll use the straight edge to... Oh, that wasn't so straight, was it? See how close I get to that mark down the end when I get there. Oh, not bad. Alrighty. Let's cut it. Basically saying it's in half. If I fart while I'm cutting the pipe, you won't hear it, but Jolene will smell it. Alrighty, had to be done. Had to be done. Alright, I'm going to take it over here and take the sharp stuff off it. Had to be done. I would say that's pretty close to 1/8 wall. 1/8 thick. It's pretty close to an 1/8. 1/8, 12 gauge, something like that. Alrighty. This is what we all been waiting for. Now, I got a little bit long. The reason I got it long. Now, is it long enough that I can make that? What I'm looking for right at the present moment, I'm also get comfortable. What I'm looking for at the present moment If I weld that on there like so, if I bend that straight here, do I got enough to bring it all the way down to finish it? And I think I probably do. Nice. So what I'm thinking, with the piece that rolls underneath, I can bend that down straight to finish that off. Good call, Chetty, good call. Now on the end piece here, if I run it straight, a little bit long, as you see, I can cut it back a little bit more. I want to leave it a little bit long until I get that bend in it. If I run it straight, I'm in there. Okay? I don't want to do that because I want the running board to come out to the edge of the fender. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend the exhaust pipe about here somewhere and just kick it out like that. So it kind of runs all the way straight all the way along, and it kicks out a little bit. Let's go bend it. Let's go bend it. Gonna get a rubber hammer. I probably could cut it. Would bend it easier, probably. I probably just could relief it and just kick it out that way. Let's just hit it for a second, see what happens. That's pretty thick stuff. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut it. I'm going to relief it. I'll relief it in here, relief it in here. I'm going to stretch it actually. I'm going to cut it, bend it, and then weld that piece shut. And then I can measure the distance on both sides so there's the same. I'm going to, how do I want to do that? Let's figure this out for a second. Where do I want the bend? Okay. I'm up here okay. I'm a little bit long. And it's good to have it a little bit long because when I bend it, I'm going to need it longer to come out to this edge. Let's do it right over here somewhere. Actually, I'm gonna draw a line on it, and then I'm gonna deal with it. So it's gonna go straight all the way to here, then we're gonna kick it out there. So we'll just go about here somewhere. I'm just gonna measure that, so I know the same for the other side. Or, so I just guessed on that. It was all in preference. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call it 5.5 instead, so I'll know. 5.5. I'm going to cut that, and bend that out. Let's get a mark on the other side. I hope you appreciate the rawness of this video, or all our videos, because we're doing it on the fly. We're doing it on the fly. It's the real. We're trying to build a set of running boards. This is what I'm really doing at the present moment to make it work. I'm going for it anyways. Don't know if it's going right or wrong, but I got to try it, see if it will. Where that's 8 wall, I just feel like I'd be banging it and bending it and hammering it, and I can just cut it, stretch it open, and weld it back together. I'm going to take that sticker off. I'm kind of wondering why so many stickers on exhaust pipe. Like there's just littered in stickers. I'm just wondering if it goes through that many hands that before you get it, there's that. Seems not necessary, but maybe it is. I'm going to take off the top edge here for when I weld it. It's got aluminum on it. I'm just going to run it off with this strip cut here, so when I weld it to the running board, it welds. might have wished I would have used the other edge. That's the straighter edge. That's the, well, I shouldn't say that. Nope, I'm on the right edge. That bends very easy that way. Bends very easy. Still gonna need a little bend there going on. Still gonna have to cut that off. Gotta mark it. Get my marker. As I put this on there, I'll take it way out here, put that there. You can see how if I cut that all off, I wouldn't have got, I need a point right there. So we'll do the exact same thing on the bottom. So we're going to do this. Hopefully that works. Let's go cut it. Bolt that up yet. Make sure that's in there right. Getting closer. We're getting closer. Now, what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to bend that and then zip cut it. Actually, I'm going to weld this in like so. Got a nice fit down there. Really nice fit if you want to take a look. Really nice fit going on there. I'm going to have to bend this piece out at the bottom, but that'll be after. Got a really nice fit going on there. I'm going to end up bolt this piece on so it's nice and tight and right. That fit through there. It most certainly will. What's that? No, it's not big enough. It's 9/16. 9/16. Bolt that on for a true read. Basically what I'm doing. Gonna knock that back some. It's not fitting nice and tight and right. Tighten it up with our wrenches. Probably wasn't the thing to do. It's a little crooked there, it does. There, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to make a line where it's good, where I want to weld it, because I don't want to grind it off yet. probably should. I probably should. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut that a little bit off to make that fit better. Then I'll know where to put it on. Grinder's just too small. Grab a new one. I will. Jolene, you gonna try to grab a new one for me, are you? Oh man, you're awesome. Jolene's awesome, people. Jolene's awesome. She looks like a 10 today. She looks like a 10. And her brain's 11. I don't want to forget her brain because her brain's beautiful too, right? You know what I'm saying? I can compliment her on her looks every day, but she's got some good brains. She got good brains. Channel locks, tear that off. Just wasn't a true read, that's all. Had to go. It had to go. Alrighty. I'm going to probably tack it at that end and then slice it to fit that end. Let's do it that way. Oh, don't fall. I'm going to tack that because it's going to hold that. It's got a nice fit going on there. It does so. Let's do it. I'm going to have to beat and pound on the exhaust pipe after I get the running board made. No doubt in my mind. There's many things I can do, but running board's in place. Gotta make that's a big thing. That's a biggie. Running board's got to be in place. So the glove on. Oh. Rolling around like a roly-poly. Yeah. Just kind of went with this exhaust pipe because it's the first thing that comes to my brain when I need a shape. You know, when I need a shape, it's one of the first things that comes to my brain. Nice and flush there. Got a little bit of a gap there. Don't mind it a bit. Now. I gotta have that in there. Ooh, that fits good. Lovey-dovey all the time. All right, I'm just gonna get up and move the welder. Jolene's gonna pull the welder in for me. All right, cool, thank you. Thank you, thank you. All righty. See what that does? I got that exhaust pipe on there. It's flush there, flush there. That's hanging down just a little tiny bit. So we're going to flush it off. Nice penetration all the way along. I'll be able to weld that up really, really, really nice. Push that up so it's flush. Got lots of meat to weld. And what I mean by lots of meat is this is nice and thick. This is nice and thick. 14 gauge. Probably a 12, or I'm not sure what gauge is next, to be honest with you. Alrighty. I'm going to slice this right here. Oh, got a bolt down there. That's what I'm cutting. Cutting my bolt off. Don't do that, Chad. Don't do that. My exhaust pipe is hitting my bolt. I'm going to take that bolt out. Cut her off, I had to. Probably still can. Stop it. A looky poo here. Alrighty. Now let's I'm gonna hit that right there because it's quite a distance in between there. It's gonna hit it so it's flushed out. When you go to grind that off, that'll be ground off nice and flat. You never know. Because even what we want it. What we want it. Yeah, I want that to fit there on that fender nice is what I want. I want that to come back some. There's another pair of C-clamps right here. Just gonna get in here, clamp that so it's tighter. Just want to get the right reading. Frogs. Did you hear frogs? What? Join saying back away. Alrighty. Now, I want that to fit that fender is what I want it to fit. I'm going to hold it right there so it fits the fender. That was the right thing to do or not. That fits that fender there on that line. I like it. Actually, I got to put a piece in there, so I think we're fine. That fits that nice, I think. I'm going to weld it right here. Good. Good, good, good. Holy shreddy. I'm going to cut this back off. Just because it's not flushed out there. Just want to make that flush there, that's all. So when I go to grind it off, same point. Seems to be going up there a little bit, seems to be. Just going to weld this back together. nice there. I'll have to weld that. Good. Alrighty. You want to flush the rest of it out? Feels good. Beautiful. Feels good. Just getting creative on the shapes. That's basically all I'm doing, just getting creative on the shapes. You can do the exact same thing. I'm not the only person that probably uses the exhaust pipe for things, but I need that shape. And the shape is that round part. That's what I need. I need that shape. Weld that right there. Did I weld it to the fender? Might have. Not no more. All right. I need a little triangle for this going, for this little piece. It does seem like it's going up there a little bit. I can cut that off, pull that up. I'm gonna get the air, show you how I fill that gap. I think you already know, but I think you already know. Cut this off and pull this up a little bit. I've got it connected good, so it shouldn't hurt nothing. There we go. That made me feel better. I'm moving my running board is what I'm doing. I'm in place though, so I should be fine. Am I where I want to be with that? Probably. Okay. Let's make a little triangle for that. It's not hot. Close that in. Just weld that up for a second. One. Want to warp anything? I know it's 14 degrees, but warpage still can happen. That's for sure. Now, when something like, I got that cut like that, and that bent out like that, we got sort of a, well, it is a sharp, a little bit of a sharp angle. I'll put a little bit of weld in there and grind it, and then when it's all said and done, when I'm filling this part out, I would fill that and make that a little gentler as a bend there, but I think it's fine. We'll put a little bit of weld in that and grind it. I'll make a little triangle here out of 14 gauge, and I'm gonna have to make a pattern first. Let's get a piece of paper. Go to my straight edge first thing. Straight edge or straight edge, straight edge, straight edge. I always say it. Go to your straight edge. Got a mark on the back. Grab some scissors. This is probably not your conventional way of making a running board, but for me, it was the way to get all the shape that I needed and wanted. There's my piece. Awesome. Let's trace that onto a piece of metal. 14 gauge it is. We've got a straight edge right there. It's nice to have a nice factory straight edge to go with to get this done. Slide that over like you. That. I'm going to cut the line because I want a little bit of gap. I was afraid of. Just a little bit too big. Sit down in there nice. You know what I'm trying to tell you. Cut that end off. Seems to be up, running up there a little bit. Okay, set it off a little bit. I only lost the tip of my fingers. That's all right. All right, let's tack that on. Gap seems all good underneath it. That looks awesome. Let's see if I can come under from underneath and see if I can get that up in there. Ah! Put it on here, flush it out. Back corner. There we go. Slide that down in there. Beautiful. Beautiful. There. Making sure that's down where it should be. Awesome. Much better. Much better. Much better. No, it didn't look like much. I'm going to just tack it on again, going up the running board, just because I want more tacks on it so it's in place. Got a nice gap for penetration, and it's nice and flush. When you see me rubbing my hand over top of it, that's what I'm checking for. Just check and see if it's flush or not. If it's not flush, I fix it. And you cannot expect to grind it off nice if it's not flush. So, where are we at? What? 107. So, what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up taking that running board off. I could, there's a couple things I can do here, and you never know. I can take and cut that off. Let's talk about it just for a second. There's a couple things I can do here. I've got the running board made. I've got it the shape that I want to go with. There is enough pipe, exhaust pipe running underneath here to bend that out and get that straight and come down there and finish that off. There is. Or I can cut it off where it's connected on straight all the way down long, and then I can take and run a piece of this is just a piece of 14 gauge that's cut. Or I can take and run a piece of flat bar down there like so, the full length, and make it go down straight. So I would cut the exhaust pipe again, and I might have enough to do whatever, but I'm just saying I can try to bend this exhaust pipe out. In my opinion, or just shits and giggles, I'm feeling like for me to take that and hammer that exhaust pipe all out and try to get it right and hammer it and hit it and bend it and take it all to shape, I don't think I'm going to do that. What I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to cut it off and add a piece of flat bar there. So I'll have two lengths of weld I'll have to weld down there. But in the end, if they're flushed off and butted with the heavy gauge of metal that I got, it really will look like something. It's just like the tailgate. I had to run 3 or 4 beads of weld down the tailgate to get that finished. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of bar up there, put it on there like that so it fits that fender nice, run it down there so it fits that fender down there nice, trace the line. I haven't got a piece of bar right here, but I put that on that fender there so it fits the bottom of that fender. Run it all the way up till it fits this fender nice. I trace this line. I'll zip cut that bottom of that exhaust pipe off, and then I'll weld this piece onto the exhaust pipe, which will give me the full complete shape. So I have this to weld up and that piece to weld up. And I will use air. Everything will be flushed off nice, and it'll look nice and fit nice. When you go to step on this running board, there should be lots of meat. I still have to take the brackets off. Shouldn't be a problem. I've already got the holes drilled on the running board, and we'll go from there. Alright everybody, if you like what you've seen, throw a like in and a comment. And if you like it, you might as well share it. And if you have some friends that are building trucks or cars or having fun with this hobby, it is a hobby for me. It's actually my passion. And is what it is. It's my passion. And if you like it, tell them subscribe, and they can carry on with us. Watch us build this car into a truck. We're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting there. I'm going to have to do the other running board the exact same way. I got a bunch of holes to drill in this piece to get it onto the other side. All right, everybody, have a good one. We got a running board there for days. You come up and jump on that bad boy, you're not going nowhere. See you tomorrow.